Myself and the lovely Renee will be typing Carolyn Ellison and Sam Bankman-Fried, the ugliest under 30 famous couple on the internet. We don't know what their type is. We're just gonna wing it and guess because there's not very much footage to look at.
Yeah.
I want to just be like totally shallow and take like that. I feel like they were if they're these people are like in some really like I'm just gonna go hard in the paint, like some hideously ugly people polycule, and I feel like there's probably typological patterns to be pulled from that.
I think so. I think
Maybe
so.
someone has a bit of a two influence. Maybe there's a bit of a six influence, whether it's a wing. Maybe there's nine wing eight gut. Maybe there's SP. I don't know. SPSO. No offense to everybody watching. I don't even really know what they did. Other they like I don't even know. They blew up everyone's savings with their Ponzi scheme, Bitcoin Ponzi scheme or some shit while they were fucking each other in a basement or something.
Right. Yeah, so I don't understand any of the like tech or trading shit that they did at all. All I know is that they had like this weird like polycule in the Bahamas where they were all like fucking each other and doing insider trading. So
I mean, why would you trust these people with your money? They literally look like they were grown in a lab like 10 miles under the surface of the earth, like surrounded by mushrooms or something. Like I just don't understand how these people are like 30.
yeah, and I think they had like a big like altruistic kind of like stance to their game. Like they were like, we're gonna like change how money is dealt with in a really benevolent way or something.
Oh, that's how they always get you. They're like socialist
Yeah.
scheme. It's always a
Right.
trick.
Like,
They'll fall
yeah.
for it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, just like visually looking at them, I feel like she kind of looks in the 5'6" space, like 6'5",
Yeah.
5'6", maybe with like a
Yeah.
little two. And he kind of looks like he has like nine wing eight or eight wing nine gut, but I don't know what his core is. He's probably a five head or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
Image last.
there's definitely it definitely seems like five influence for both of them. Not just because they're nerds, but like there was that post that her Tumblr post about like understanding what was it? Shit, hold on.
Oh, I have a bunch of the stuff. Wait, where is it? Is it this one you sent me? Or wait, did I
Yeah,
close?
it was like,
Maybe I closed.
oh, one fact I get wrong too often, like how what people are thinking of you. The way she's like dissecting it seems very like 5'6" area of like she's like dissecting this thing, but it's about like social interaction and like what how people are like relating to each other. I love that one, the Imperial Chinese harem.
When I first started my foray into poly, I thought of it as a radical break from my trad past. So yes, there has to be some sort of six, such thing going on there. But
Yeah.
to be honest, I've come to decide the only acceptable style of poly is best characterized as something like Imperial Chinese harem. Like, what does that even mean? Like, just a bunch of women and some ugly nerd that they suck off in the Bahamas.
Well, she says it right there, but people should know where they fall on the ranking, and there should be vicious power struggles for the higher ranks.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That
there's
also feels very six. Like it's six to be like non-hierarchical poly relationships, but then also very six to be like, no, let's implement a strict hierarchy for this. I'm informed by my trad past here.
this is so gross. She could even be social self-pres even, or it's like I also think like if she's 5'6" or 6'5", probably like has to have one or eight gut. Um, that she would want there to be some sort of like organized principle. I probably want to go one. But I
Yeah.
look at this imagining of her. Like I know who believed this, who did this, man, who's doing these fantastical pictures of this. She's like
That's
probably
so
doing it from
funny.
her jail cell, or I don't even know what happened to her, but
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if she's like in jail right now or what.
she's 29. What has to happen to a person in their life? I know I'm being so rude, but I guess like moral of the story, kids don't go don't get in a polycule and insider trade. Um, okay.
Oh,
Oh.
on BDSM orgies and pills. Oh, a
Meet the
Harry
pill.
Potter obsessed. Oh my god. Six.
Yeah, she's got six somewhere. BDSM loving. Oh God. Who do you think's a bottom? Sam Bankman-Fried or
Yeah. Damn. SBF bottom.
posted a slew of lurid blog posts to Tumblr. Oh, and that's what you pulled up. Lurid. Ooh, 10-person cabal of roommates who mix business with pleasure. I would, if I owned that Bahamas penthouse, I'd set it on fire.
Yeah. It can't be inhabited again.
It's desecrated land. Hurt me. I mean, if this doesn't scream six, I don't know what does. I'm I'm less hedonistic and more masochistic. I get a lot of pleasure from doing things that are hard, unpleasant, physically taxing, or emotionally painful.
Hmm.
Yeah, points are definitely headed towards six. This is like I don't want to know about this person's sexual fantasies, but I also can't look away.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And there's something that's kind of like there's something that's a little bit iconic about like how like disgusting they are, but also just like I'm just gonna like take what I want from the world.
But not do anything to like beautify myself in the process of all of those billions of dollars I stole.
Yeah. Cute boy things, controlling most major world governments. Oh my god, six.
Is this like her wish list? What is this? Spatial reasoning
Oh.
abilities, being responsible for many important inventions and scientific discoveries. Ooh, she wants you to be able to overpower her. Six.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks so innocent here. It's always the ones that like that you go to high school with that like look like this that end up being the ones who are like doing freaky shit in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Milk the cow, spraying in my face.
Yeah. I wonder if she might be too fixed, but
Yeah, for sure.
oh, it'd just be interesting if she's like triple superego to like embezzle all this shit.
Well, I think they can also like trick themselves into believing what they're doing is right. I mean, I'm not like off the idea of her being like a five wing six with like being triple super ego adjacent potentially, but
Yeah,
that was pretty sexy. So like
very.
enthusiastically sexy.
Yeah, and I could see like one gut being like very like the drive to like continue doing all this like immoral shit because like she's convinced herself that like she can do no wrong. Just
Yeah.
speculating.
Yeah, totally. And I feel like five, if she's a five wing six, um, they can like use, I feel like their attachment, like that six to like deceive people. Like I'm gonna go a little dark on the fives right now, but it's like Bill Gates, like if you watch him in interviews, and I think he's evil, people don't have to agree with me. But if you watch him on interviews, he's like, yes, we're helping the people, we're giving people the water, we're giving everybody what they need. And it's like it sounds very super ego-y, but he's like this reptile person. Like so
Yeah.
So I guess it'll be like, does she feel authentic in her assertions, or does she feel like a rejection head type that's just like neutered her humanity or something?
Fuck the tech bros.
Yeah, don't hack us, please, for ripping on you. You won't find any sexy nudes on my computer. Just you'll just watch me cry through my camera. All right.
En Chori
Oh.
y la conversación.
Also, just even her outfit sort of does look like that Pollyanna kind of triple super ego-y or
Yeah, it looks almost like something a little kid would wear.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally does.
She's like eighth grade.
Yeah, and like not in like a hot way. It's not like I'm a little girl. It's like I'm a little girl. Can I like talk to her?
Let's get and dive into it. You want to say a few words?
Hi. Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Head type, like straight
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I hate being a head type. I want to take off my glasses now.
Perfect. Right. So we want to know, how did you get into crypto? How did you learn, about this whole market, this crazy market that, it's too volatile for most people. So yeah, we know that you were at Jane Street before. So if you want to talk us a little bit more about that, that would be great.
Yeah, so after college, I worked at Jane Street for about a year and a half trading equities. And yeah, it was pretty different from crypto, a much more efficient market, much more automated trading systems, kind of, tweaking details of bots that are, doing millions of trades on all these equity exchanges. And yeah, after I'd been working there for a bit, I talked to Sam, who had just started Alameda, and he convinced me that it was an exciting opportunity. So I decided to take a chance on it.
So yeah, I don't know. She's got very revved up energy.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know. I almost wonder if it's like, could she be 6 wing 7?
Maybe. Six wing 712, like 712 is kind of a gross try fixation. She could be.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't want her to have any type of logical overlap with me.
She's very squirrely there though, and that seems like a little more 6 wing 7 than 6 wing 5.
Yeah, she could be. I'll be open about her type. I'm trying not, okay, remove biases.
I guess what kind of programming language do you guys use over there? I mean, do you program or you just tweak stuff like, I guess, in predefined tables or something like that?
Yeah, it's so we have devs who are mostly programming in Python, and then for traders we do sort of a combination of Python, Excel, and then also just tweaking things in tables.
I see. Okay, so do you think that you have been able to pull this thing off without your mathematics degree, or it has been the pillar of your trading activity?
Uh, yeah, absolutely could pull it off without my math degree. Use very little math. Use a lot of like elementary school math, like arithmetic, probability, but not really any of the advanced stuff I learned in college.
Right, right. So I see those classes are
It's also
That I
boring. Like
really boring.
I'm like kind of just like not even listening to what she's saying. I'm just trying to like pay attention to her energy and her.
Yeah.
You could be right.
Being like, oh, I use really easy shit from elementary school, like that does feel like a little bit of 7 influence of like I found the hack.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, and she's bragging like a head type too, like,
Yeah.
and she's sitting there with that smile. It's so creepy. Yeah, I don't know that a 615 or 516 would do that. So
Yeah.
that has to go in the garbage. I do think she's got to have at least one competency fix. So either she's then like a 6 wing 7 1 2 or 6 wing 7 1 3 2 3 wing 2.
Yeah. Maybe double two wing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible. I feel like I'm almost like just basing it off how she looks though, where I'm like, I feel like she's got to be a weirder combo than usual just because of her how she looks, but I don't know. That could just be me being imaginative. Where did I
No, I mean I get that vibe too, just because she's like so like consistently strange.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And 2 and 4 make people strange in different ways. Mercy
mhm.
have it too, but I do think it can make head types weirder.
Yeah, definitely. 'Cause, yeah, I don't think she's a seven core, but I do feel like it's more 6 7 area.
Hmm. Yeah. Yes, hopefully this continues. I mean, that whole like daddy me stuff, like I want you to like that's more six space. Like
So sick.
they love to they're power bottoms, so yeah.
Yeah.
Are not are not the are not required. Okay, okay, that's good. So, what kind of trading do you guys do? Like, a lot of people in our communities, in the Spanish communities, they are like, oh, this technical analysis, this is the holy grail of trading. And, right, Elliott waves and some, random bullshit. Ex- exactly, patterns, bullshit, a bunch of random stuff that personally believe that they don't work, but we would like to hear from you. Like, what's your opinion on this and what you guys do in that kind of thing?
Yeah, we don't really do any technical analysis except as it relates to thinking about how other participants in the market may be doing technical analysis and how that will affect their behavior. But yeah, mostly we think of ourselves as a liquidity provider. So we just whatever people want to trade, we want to like be there to help them trade and get better prices. So that can mean like trading on exchanges, putting out scales, doing arbitrages between exchanges. Could also mean trading OTC. We have an OTC desk where you can send us a message in chat and do a larger trade that you might not want to execute on an exchange. We also do.
So boring.
I know it's like I feel like I'm going cross-eyed. Like just tell me your type without telling me your type. Maybe is there more writing we can look at? Like I think resist microstructural oppression. I mean, she does 6 buzzwords, so yeah, I think we can.
Hmm.
I
And
see.
SOSP.
Oh, yeah, she could be. I think an important fact that I get wrong way too often is that other people are never thinking about you nearly as much as you think they are. Other person, I wish someone had done X. Me, what does that mean? Well, the only people who could have done it are me and A definitely wouldn't have done it because of B. What? So they must mean me, but they no, I didn't do X because of Y. So that must mean they think I shouldn't do Y. So they must think I should do Z instead of Y. What? And that implies such a low value on my time compared to C's. Oh God, I'm really miscalibrated on that. I, maybe she is a 613.
This definitely feels like 6 wing 7 internal monologue.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
So like constantly moving, flitting around. Ba, 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 ba. None of it makes sense. Ba, 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 ba.
If it'll take to anything else. Fake charity nerd girl. Oh my God, she literally had it in her name what she was up to. The audacity. I keep hearing people equating the stock market being down 10% with the world economy losing 10% of its value or stuff like that. But I don't think that's the right comparison. Okay, I kind of just want to go Karen just for like the sole purpose of it's. I mean, I wanted to have two in there because of the whole polycule shit, and she kind of looks like triple super ego, but
Hmm.
I don't know how long I can watch this chick for.
Yeah. There was one that said Caroline's emotions, like the
Sorry.
next little bubble over.
Oh.
Maybe that'll give us
Oh.
some heart insight.
Ooh, beautiful.
And in terms of your emotions, have you ever lost a lot of money because of it? How do you handle it? How do you handle stress? And
This guy's like a 9.
what has been the worst situation that you have ever had that you lost a ton of money, if it happened, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, in terms of emotions, it's definitely something that I've had to uh, work on and that I think I've gotten better at as I've been trading. It's kind of very, when you start out as like an intern and you do something and accidentally lose, maybe $1,000 for your desk, you're like, oh God, like everyone's gonna hate me now, like this is terrible. And yeah, over time you have to sort of, yeah, get comfortable with larger and larger swings of money.
I mean, this is all centered around like SP-ish shit, but this is probably 3 hard, eh? I guess we'll.
Yeah,
I mean, people
yeah.
are gonna hate me
She
as
could be,
just.
she could be SPSO, and maybe it's just like 6-ish.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good example of a trade where I've lost a ton of money. Well, I don't know. I probably don't want to go into specifics too much with that.
Hmm.
Without actually saying it was this position, this position,
Yeah, I think there have definitely been examples where, say, we, lost some money because we decided to put on some large discretionary position, and we thought it was a good bet, but it went the wrong way, and that's kind of like a thing that can happen a lot, and you have to say like, well, maybe you reevaluate and say like, oh, maybe this wasn't a good idea after all, or maybe you're like, well, it was probably good in EV, but it didn't work out, and that's the EV is more important than the realized P&L there.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, it must just be double 2 wings.
Hmm. Yeah, I think SPSO is probably right. The energy's very like inside herself,
Hmm. Yeah, that's a good point.
even though she's very like, but
Yeah, and 6s also just seem kind of social by de facto, so it's almost like they have to be double social to be actually social. It's like,
hmm.
yeah, she does kind of have a mulchy, withdrawn sort of. She's got some 6 expressions. I did watch one like little clip of her when she was like, I don't know, 6 years old or something. It was very short where she was just like, when I get scared at night, she's like, I just try to think about things that make me happy. um, so yeah, probably that was her leaning into her swing 7, perhaps. Um,
Hmm.
okay. So Carol and Ellison, SPSO, 6 wing 7, 1 wing 2, 3 wing 2, I guess. She doesn't have the 3 wing 2 charm, but I don't think she has enough aesthetic awareness to be a 3 wing 4. So
Yeah, and there's no like, there hasn't been any sort of like she brags, but there hasn't been any like way of like setting herself apart from
hmm.
others as somehow like superior. The cold icy peak of trading or whatever.
Yeah. If she had dropped anything even remotely 2y in that emotional thing, I would have just been like, all right, she's 612, but because she like looks triple super ego to me.
Hmm.
Breaking biases day by day. Okay. Sam Bankman-Fried. Yeah, I mean, he could be somewhere in the like 359, 358 space, maybe.
Yeah.
He looks evil.
He does.
I want to give him an 8 wing 9 just because I feel like it's hard to tell with a 5 core, like what their gut fix is, like unless you look at their behavior.
Mhm.
Which these fucking
Yeah.
ads, sorry. They keep putting these weird ads at the bottom that keep coming on the thing when I'm trying to record. It's like yesterday it was like wedding rings or something, and now it's like women's gym clothes. It's like fuck off. You're like fucking up my image. This is not what I look up. Stop showing me this crap. I can't get it off the bottom. Okay.
Dollars more from customers to give to his hedge fund, Alameda. Can you ask him why his hedge fund was leveraging long all of these S coins? I'm going to keep it polite for the kids. Please ask him if he thinks the
Look at his smile. I mean, it's like he's kind of creepy, right?
Yeah.
thinks what happened was fraud. These are the kinds of letters that I've been getting repeatedly over the past several days. What do you tell this man?
Yeah. I mean, I'm deeply sorry about what happened. Here's, the long and short of what happened. And I'll start by saying, just to make a distinction here, you look at the US platform, you look at the international platform. US platform is a US regulated platform with American users. To my knowledge, that's fully solvent, that's fully funded. And, I believe that withdrawals could be opened up today and everyone could be made whole from that none of these problems plagued the US platform. Then you look at the international platform.
Why are we typing these people? I thought it would be more like funny or something. It's just like torture. I mean, he sounds like a head type. He sounds like a nerdy ass head type.
Yeah, he does. He's also got the buzzy head energy.
Yeah, and I don't even know what this hair is. Yeah, he could be 5 wing. He could be the 5 wing 6 here.
I think so. Yeah, I really think so.
So probably obviously 3 fix. Yeah, I don't know about his gut. I mean, his aesthetic is a bit 9 wing 80.
Yeah, just a mess.
This guy probably loves Cheese Whiz.
Where they're non-US users. And I mean, as the letter says, Alameda Research did have a long position. And the international platform, it's a margin trading platform, it's a derivatives platform. It's a platform where all the clients were, going on, placing something as collateral and using that to put on a position, whether that's a futures position, a spot position, a borrow. And what the exchange was storing was the collateral from all of those positions. Alameda Research was, one of those that put on positions there. And as I try and reconstruct this, over the last month, I have limited access to data, but my view of it, from what I have been able to see, is roughly that, basically, look, a year ago, Alameda had, I think, something like 10% leverage, had something like 10 times. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is agonizing.
Yeah, it's really boring.
Like these two people are delivering the absolute worst kind of SPSO like on the market. It's like the worst kind of SPSO you can get. Delivering.
Yeah. Diversity of type.
He does kind of seem double withdrawn.
Mhm.
Just in his body.
Yeah.
but
Yeah. He's pretty hard to read because he's just talking about like nothing. I mean, he's talking about something, but
yeah. I mean, it's like part of me is like, would he have to have a more potent gut fix to like fuck shit up like this? Or is it just nine falling asleep shit where it's like, oh, whoopsie daisies, I didn't know.
that's a good question. That's a good question.
This will give it like, oh, I guess this one doesn't have proper.
Do you know, like, was she the mastermind behind all the shit they were doing, or
That'd be
did they
hilarious.
like figure it out together?
I don't know. I think she played the victim though and said he was like abusive or something, or he like made her do it, or I mean, he does these poses that are sort of like 5 + 8 wing 9 that I think like Kiernan has talked about before, where
Mm-hmm.
it's like this like I don't know thing. And I honestly find 8 like I find 8 as a fix kind of hard to see with certain combos.
Mm-hmm.
He leaked her diary to paint her as a jilted lover. Oh.
Separate firm.
I knowingly commingle funds. And again, one piece of this, you have the margin trading. You have, customers borrowing from each other. Alameda is one of those. I was frankly surprised by how big Alameda's position was, which points to another failure of oversight on my part, and failure to appoint someone to be chiefly in charge of that. But I wasn't trying to commingle funds.
Let me ask you this. The Wall Street Journal reported that Carol and Ellison told Alameda staffers that Alameda used FTX client funds to cover loans that were being recalled because of the Luna-triggered credit crunch. Carolyn says that she, Sam, Gary were aware of this. Square that with what you originally said over Twitter, that this was an $8 billion accounting mistake.
So I'll point to two. And first of all, obviously, I don't know what anyone else is thinking here. I can only talk about it from what I know, from what I knew. And a lot of this is reconstructing it over the last month.
Oh, 9 gaslighting.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be.
But what it seems like happened is in the middle of the year, a lot of most of the borrow lending desks in the space blew out or closed down, and it seems like Alameda had margin positions opened with them, and that it likely moved a bunch of that over to FTX this year when they shut down, and that means I think it was over collateralized positions. But positions that involve substantial size and substantial US dollar size on the borrow side. In terms of the accounting mistake, again, looking through what happened, I think that there is a substantial discrepancy between what the financials were, what the audited financials were, the true financials, what the exchange understood. All of that was consistent, versus what the dashboards that we had displayed for Alameda's account there, which substantially under displayed the size of that position. And so that's one of the reasons that I was surprised when we dug into everything at how big that position had become.
But
Yeah, it's probably is 9. I'm trying to like think about it structurally. It's like, oh God, I just feel like my life has left my body, which probably he's 5'9".
Brain mush from technobabble. Yeah, so okay, so he'd be either double rejection, double withdrawn, and then either way. Wait, oh my God. It's happening to me too.
My brain left the building as soon as that girl started talking. Yeah, it's like, does he seem, I mean, It's like, is he an evil 5 with double attachment fixes, or is he a doubly evil 5 with an attachment image?
Right.
Because I feel like eight can hide. Eight can hide
Yeah.
types, but I don't know. I'm gonna just like err on the side of him being 9 just out of.
Yeah. Who are like fives with eight? Core fives with eight? Like I can't think of any.
Bill Gates.
Oh, okay. What is his type? He's 5 wing 6, 8
3.
3.
Yeah, 3 wing 2 probably.
Hmm.
SPSO, I think.
I think Kiernan made a list of like all the people that are 358 with every core. Well, not all the people, but like like all the people he's thinking of, all the fictional characters that
Uh,
came to mind.
me and him disagree on one person. He thinks Robert Greene is a 5 wing 4 9 3, and I think he's a 5 wing 4 8 3.
Robert Greene, is that the like laws of power guy?
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
read
Okay.
I read all of his books. I like this guy. This guy's got a total obsession with power. Like I feel like he has to be double rejection. He's just like been taken out by a stroke, so he looks like he's 9 fixed. And I feel like, actually, I'm creating an argument. If you're a 5 with an 8, I think that, okay, you're a 5, right? You got like this intellectual hubris. And if you've got like an 8 fix, you want the world to know about it. Because you're double power, like you're double rejection. See my fucking power. Did he do this, or was
Yeah.
this kind of an accident that he got caught? Like it was more like I can't remember. Did he get famous because he fucked up, or did he get famous before he fucked up?
I think he was famous before. I think he was some sort of like hot new thing in the tech bro crypto trading world, whatever. But I honestly am so disconnected from that world that like
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Okay, let's look at some quotes of his then. 10 inspirational quotes. Does he seem like he's power hungry? I didn't steal funds, and I certainly didn't stash billions away. Nearly all of my assets were and still are utilizable to backstop what my goal
This
is
is
to have
like
impact.
nonsense. Techno babble nonsense.
Oh, it's in a video. Okay, well. This is music.
Compiled by his fans.
Not an 8 fix. If you got SP and you got 8, I think you're gonna find a lot of things to spend your money on. Make yourself feel better too. That feels almost 9 fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the obvious product is the right one, other times it's the lazy one. Yeah, okay, 9, 5,
Mm-hmm.
9. I think I got a little cocky. I mean, more than a little bit. Okay. So he would be like 693 adjacent then if he's. This makes sense actually.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, eight's fixed not going to say that. The word risk means different things to different people. Some people say risk, some people say opportunity. I don't know if that's what you. This guy's hair is iconic, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff could be like 9, like adapting to this space of like sharky trade people.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because then he'd be double adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So agonizingly dull.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I just lean 9 wing 8
Hmm.
because
Definitely.
he seems just like dense kind of, and he looks like he's 9 wing 8 fixed.
Hmm.
Like I could see him living in his pajamas.
Hmm. His Bermuda polycule.
Oh,
No, Bahamas, not Bermuda.
they just like
Bahamas.
roll around in their snuggies, eating nacho chips. His one suit. The three in his life made him get a bunch of these ties. Um,
Oh, yeah, wasn't right. He only has like 3 pairs of clothes, right? I think that's like a thing about him.
oh, really?
Yeah, which that sounds like five, five weirdness.
Yeah, totally minimizing needs and all that.
Hmm.
So yeah, and I
And
guess
SP5 also.
yeah, good point. Yeah, and 3 wing. I don't know.
That one's tough.
It could be 3 wing 4 just because he's like aloof. He seems very neutral and just like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he kind of has a darkness to him. So I guess if he was like 5 wing 6, 9 wing 8, 3 wing 4, you'd have like triple reactive shadow type,
Hmm.
which probably comes out when he's like going dark side on his
Right.
ex.
Yeah.
Because that's actually like almost like a triple revenge type in some ways, like 4 6 8. It's like
Mhm.
triple reactive, triple victim, triple angry, triple whatever, triple butt hurt.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any the tragedy of his plan? Do you have any final thoughts on Sam Bankman-Fried?
Oh God, no. He's the most boring person on earth.
Yeah,
Most
like
boring villain.
yeah, what an unrewarding journey we just took. But hey, at least we uh figured out their types ish. So.
Yep. Yeah, I thought there were going to be like way more of characters than they really are.
Yeah, nothing.
Mm-mm.
I can't imagine existing in that world. That is so wild to me. It's like
Yeah.
a whole other reality. Anyway,
Yeah. Everything they were talking about is just like, what even is this? This is like not, this is nothing. This is just like nonsense words.
yeah, and if they were like to stumble upon like the Enneagram stuff or this video, they'd be like, "Who are these weird witchy girls like that are just making shit up and being mean?"
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna crash your stocks. Newsflash, bitches, I ain't got none. I feel like yeah, I need to like to selenite wand myself now.
Sorry for the boring idea.